Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to review the UK funds, the key investor contacts and fundraising targets. And if you're looking to raise capital in the UK, this is the perfect resource for you. So this database provides direct insight into 2022 to 2024 UK funds and fund managers that are actively raising and deploying capital, giving deal makers a clear path to the right investors at the right time. To be clear, this is the who's who of UK capital and fundraising. The Ultimate Institutional Investor Database, introducing a rare database of institutional-grade investors sourced from my exclusive database of over 400,000 global capital professionals. So for the first time ever, this powerful resource is available to help you access capital like never before. You're going to see the master spreadsheet and you're going to see a refined spreadsheet coming up a little bit further on in the video. But to put it into perspective, I have 3 large international-grade investor databases, and I've combined them into one resource that you can use to take smaller databases out of it. You don't have to acquire the entire thing. Okay, so why this UK fund investor database is essential? Well, this is the who's who of UK capital and fundraising. It includes 1,150 leading funds, so comprehensive coverage of the UK's private equity and venture capital ecosystem, giving you direct visibility into the most active capital sources. It includes 43,700 key fundraising professionals, so that's direct access to highly influential decision makers driving capital allocation across multiple sectors. It includes 33,700 emails, so you're going to be able to reach the right people faster with direct actionable contact information you won't find in the public domain. Strategic advantage, a powerful alternative to costly subscription services charging tens of thousands of dollars annually, delivering the same level of access at a fraction of the cost. So that's probably one of the most important parts, is those large priced subscription programs. Generally you have to take the entire package, and then you've got to drill down and find out what little chunks of it you want. Where I've actually done most of that for you with some of my off-the-shelf databases, and I can do custom databases. But what you're doing is you're basically paying for only the databases and the sectors that you want. So this is perfect for raising capital in real estate, startups, private equity deals within the UK market. The key database fields include contact names, titles, investor type, location, geographic preference, website, email, sector specialization, investment strategy, and fund descriptions. So the top fund strategies in the database, this includes the top 3 strategies that are leading demand areas. 1, venture capital, high growth potential in seed, early stage, and growth funding. So if you're a startup and you're looking to raise capital in those particular sectors, you get a direct line to the funds that have raised that, so it makes it very, very easy for you. 2, private equity and buyout, strong appetite for established businesses and leveraged deals. Thirdly, real estate, that's a real big one. Stable asset-backed opportunities across global and regional markets. What does this mean to you if you're a real estate developer, someone looking to raise capital? Well, you're going to be able to directly contact funds that have already raised it. It's a lot simpler than going and doing the asking questions about, hey, are you raising capital? Are you looking to do X and Y? This database provides you the facts of what's actually in play. The rest is diversified alternatives. For example, you could be looking at infrastructure, direct lending, private credit, special situations, secondaries, fund of funds, co-investment, natural resources and energy, or hybrid and multi-strategy funds. So why are we targeting funds only from 2022 to 2024? Well, this database is huge, and again, you're going to see it coming up shortly. The development cycle, most venture capital and private equity funds begin deploying capital 6 to 12 months post-close, meaning funds raised in 2022 to 23 are actively investing in 2024 to 2026. So we're sitting here in the middle of 2025, right in the perfect deployment zone. Also, dry powder availability. With a typical 10-year funds, 4 to 5 year investment period, capital will remain available until 2027 and beyond. Perfect. Even if you're not ready, this still is going to have a shelf life that's going to pass you on to when you're ready. The active window, 2025 to 2028, is prime time for outreach, as many of these funds are still allocating to new deals. Now's the perfect time to actually, without asking about the or promoting your project, is start to make those connections now, because you are going to have till 2028 to approach them with your opportunity if you're not quite ready yet. So that's why this database is perfect. You shouldn't be trying to approach firms for capital when you need it. You should be doing it well beforehand to make those soft introductions. Now, regional nuance could change things a little bit for some firms. Middle East funds, especially family offices and sovereign-linked investors, often operate on more flexible timelines compared to traditional Western GP/LP structures. So this makes the 2022 to 2024 cohort of funds the strongest targets for founders and groups seeking capital today. So let's take a look at the database. Very quickly, a key database disclosure. Now, my extensive database library provides hundreds of thousands of global contacts, typically including profiles, emails, and websites, though not all details are complete. So primarily compiled and updated from 2021 to 2025, with most updates in the last 2 years. This corporate resource may include contacts whose roles have since changed. It's designed as an excellent starting point for outreach. It's best leveraged and continually refined by organizations with dedicated data teams. Clearly, this is not a database that you're going to spam, right? This is a database that you're going to use to drill down to the best targets who are ready to deploy capital in your sector. This database comprises a blend of individuals and companies, each with distinct investment criteria and operating conditions. So there's no guarantee your approach will be favorably received. Note, this database is available to corporate or institutional grade groups only, no personal sales. Okay, first we're going to look at the master database so you can understand how I take that large database and create the smaller databases that could be segmented by country or sector. Now, we're going to start off with the fund database that has 99,000 funds. Now, keep in mind, this is a database that also includes some historical funds that go all the way back to 2017. But as mentioned earlier, we're going to concentrate on the funds from 2022 to 2024. So we're on the top here, we have the name of the fund, we have the background, so you're going to get information of the fund that's going to give you a little bit of an idea. For example, just a random click, O1 Ventures, an early stage fund, and the fund makes investments in deep tech companies across Europe. So you're going to get that bit of information from the background. You're going to get the inception date, the asset class, so you could see it could be venture capital, it could be real estate, it could be private debt, strategy, what they could be looking at within that asset class. It could be early stage, it could be real estate core, for example, it could be growth, venture capital, whatever they should happen to be listing as their main strategy. Primary region, this is a global database, so of course you're going to have large areas that are going to be included. You're going to also know the status. Is it a closed? Are they raising? Is it first close, second close? You're going to get the fund size. You're going to get the fund manager, which is quite important because that's the main key contact that you're going to be making. You're going to look at the fund structure, the core industry. For example, you might have a group that's looking at energy and utilities, and then they could be looking at clean technology. So you're going to see some entries there that let you drill down a little further, especially when it comes to areas like real estate. You're looking at the data that was added, the legal structure in the region. So again, on the global database, you're going to get city, country. You're also going to get the website, email, telephone number, and you're going to get more information regarding some of the key targets within the fund. So that's the master database that we use for creating all the smaller databases. Now let's go to the contacts within the master database. So you can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, 412,000 contacts. Now this includes other contacts that are outside of just the funds. So they don't come just from the fund universe. They come from real estate, they come from family offices, they come from infrastructure firms, private equity firms, you name it. So you're getting the name of the fund manager, the firm, you're getting the first and last name, you're getting the title, and you're also getting the asset class that they're responsible for. Now there could be 3 or 4 different investment contacts within one fund. For example, here you've got 4 or 5 of them. Some handle private equity, some handle venture capital, some handle private debt. So it really depends, and you're able to do a little bit of targeting for that. Now, this is 412,000 contacts, but it has around 277,000 emails. So what are you going to do if you don't have their email? That's quite simple. You just go to the name, copy it and paste it into LinkedIn. You're going to usually find them there, and then you can make direct contacts. You're going to get an opportunity to reach out to people on email, through the website, and also through LinkedIn if you want. So that's the contacts, and that covers the master database of where we start off with. Okay, now we're over on the refined database. For this one here, we're looking at the UK, and we're looking at funds in between 2022 to 2024. So you can see on the bottom here, we've got 1,158. If we scroll back up to the top, you can see we've got the name of the fund, the background, so you're going to get some information regarding what they're looking for. For example, this one here invests in a wide range of industries across the UK. You're going to get the inception date. You're going to get the asset class that they take a look at. Could be private equity, real estate, infrastructure funds, venture capital, private debt, you name it. Very much the same as what you saw in the master database. So all the fields are the same. So the strategy, the status, whether they're closed, raising, first close, so on, the fund size, the fund manager, fund structure, core industries. So that is the that would be the selection for the UK screening as far as the fund go, and then you can contact them to make the initial approach. Again, you're going to get their website and emails. Now let's go to the contacts. So for the contacts, you can see here for the UK one, we've got 43,700. And we go back up to the top, very much the same as what you saw in the master database. You're getting the fund manager, you're getting what type of firm it is, the name, title, asset class, email. Now this one here has 33,700 contacts, and again the same applies. If you don't have their email, you go to the website, you might be able to find it there. If you can't find it there, you just simply take their name, punch it into LinkedIn, and then that's a way that you can access them. So that is the perfect database for you to use if you're raising capital in the UK in 2025 and beyond. For more information on my databases and fundraising services, click my Fiverr link below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.